You were released from jail just about 30 hours ago. What happened, and how are you feeling right now?
Yesterday, 2 days ago, we organized the action the day before the visit of Chinese president. And we just gather and have the protest in the Golden Bohemia Square,
right,
which will be a Bohemia Square that representing the handover of Hong Kong with prosperity and stability. And we just hope to let people around the world aware that one country, two system already changed to be one country, one and a half system. And now it seems to be a darkness era of Hong Kong.
Have you been told anything in the last 48 hours?
In the last 40 hours, unfortunately, I have been arrested, and with the...
have they sent you a warning and told you to say anything? Has the government said anything to you?
Police just arrest me and claim that I'm the one involving in public nuisance, and also question that as I am the one who affect the stability of society. But I would say that why we hope to organize demonstration before and during the visit of Chinese president, because we hope the world to know that it's not the time for celebration, and it's the time for Hong Kongers to have demonstration.
You've already been detained. How far?
I have been detained in police station for 33 hours.
But how far are you willing to go now to push it in the next 48 hours while Xi Jinping is here?
Tonight evening, outside of the Hong Kong Exhibition Center, we will organize and have demonstration. When Xi Jinping needs to have the celebration and have the dinner with other upper class elite, I think Hong Kong activists and other youngsters, we're the ones who hope to gather on the street and hope to let people aware that it's time for us to have demonstration and ask for election and against the selection. And tomorrow morning and also afternoon will be the rally of Hong Kong people come to the street.
We heard from President Xi as soon as he touched down. He said, Hong Kong is always in my heart. He said he's going to continue to offer economic support to Hong Kong, whether it's through the Belt Road Initiative or whatnot. What do you make of those comments?
I would just love to point out that judicial independence and rule of law, of course, would be the cornerstone of Hong Kong. But the fact it is still strongly eroded by China, especially under the communist regime interference to Hong Kong. When we realize even businessmen just like Xiao Jianhua or the book publisher just like Li Bo or others have been kidnapped from Hong Kong to mainland China, I think it already proved that it's a threat to Hong Kong business market.
Yeah, his comments have been perceived as a soft touch, but we also hear he made comments with C.Y. Leung, praising him for clamping down on this small independence movement that has sprung up here in Hong Kong. He also mentioned that don't challenge Beijing's authority. Do you think you'll ever get your message heard?
From my observation, no matter President Xi or Chief Executive of Hong Kong, C.Y. Leung, both of them are the hardliner and would love to suppress on Hong Kong unique value. And the fact is, I think the message that we deliver through our demonstration, they receive it, but they don't listen to it.
So what can you do? You've learned from Occupy that protests aren't working. What else can you do here now?
3 years ago, out of everyone's expectation, we organized the umbrella movement to let people aware that Hong Kong people are not only economic animals, we are the ones who deserve democracy. Unfortunately, we still can't achieve concrete results. But the fact is, as we both realize, China is the second largest economic power in the world. So if Hong Kong people it's still hard for us to get enough bargaining power, the only way out for us is in the next 3 decades is continue to strengthen the bargaining power of us and the bargaining power of civil society. One country, two system can be operated for 50 years with the 50 years unchanged policy. So from now on until 2047, it's necessary for us to protect a rule of law, judicial independence and democracy in my hometown.
Do you think you'll ever get Xi Jinping's attention? Do you think that he'll actually respond?
Absolutely, we get Xi Jinping's attention since the umbrella movement 3 years ago. Absolutely, he aware there are youngsters in Hong Kong to ask for democracy. I think 20 years ago, before the handover, no one, no matter Lord Patton, the first chief executive Tong Chee-hwa or Martin Lee, the father of democracy in Hong Kong, none of them could imagine umbrella movement happen or university student would found political party or even elected as a lawmaker. That's why we believe that time is on our side, and we just hope to in the next 3 decades continue our battle and let people to know that it's time to ask for free election to elect the leader of our city.
But there is a concern out there, particularly from the business community and CEOs here in Hong Kong, that these political tensions that have risen up have really impacted Hong Kong as a financial center. It's been shattered a bit. To what extent do you think you're guilty of starting this and of raising these tensions?
I do not regret at all, and I think what we have done in the previous day and what we hope to do in the future is really hope to preserve and protect the uniqueness of Hong Kong that recognized as the Asian financial hub and international city. If Hong Kong is lack of rule of law and judicial independence and democracy is under threat of China and the system seems to move backward from one country, two system to one country, one and a half system, and what we are afraid in the worst scenario to one country, one system. So I think it's not only related to Hong Kong people or lower class people, it also affects or become a threat to the business market interests. That's why what we hope is to let people know that absolutely in the previous 5 or 10 years, political tension or struggle rapidly rise. But what we hope is to ask China government if they have promised to let Hong Kong to have democracy and free election in the Sino-British Joint Declaration, the international treaty that registered in the United Nations. So what we hope is just ask for Chinese government to bear their responsibility to protect the interests of Hong Kong.
When Hu Jintao came a couple of years ago, he drew tens of thousands of protesters in the streets of Hong Kong. Do you think President Xi could draw similar demonstrations here?
I think there will be more people come to the street again compared to 5 or 10 years ago. Because the fact is, in the previous 5 years, when Hong Kong is still far away from democracy and book publisher and businessman is being kidnapped and abducted, I think those incidents already prove that Hong Kong people really worry about is one country, two system exists in name only, or one country override two systems. That's why July 1st in the afternoon, I believe there will be 100,000 people come to the street and to ask for democracy.
What do you want to hear from President Xi during this trip?
I hope President Xi could aware that Hong Kong people are not the one, for example, I'm not the one advocates for independence or separatism. We are just the one who hope to protect Hong Kong and ask for democracy and to ensure judicial independence and free economy in Hong Kong.
So you're separating yourself from the independence movement, though, in a way, right? You've always done that, and you've been always very vocal about that as well.
No doubt that there are certain group of people in Hong Kong ask for Hong Kong's independence. But I would say that now the propaganda from the pro-China or pro-communist camp, all of the strategy or propaganda, I just label all people that ask for democracy as the one who advocate Hong Kong independence. I would give a clear statement. I'm not the one asked for independence. I'm just the one asked for self-determination, which means that after the expiry date of the one country, two system, after 2047, I hope the political status of Hong Kong could be determined by Hong Kong people.
Watch out there, but a bit windy.
Instead of organized or controlled or determined by the pro-communist camp.